Hello, children. In today's session, I will discuss the role of women and their status in the French society. Children, women were very active since the beginning in all the events that took place in France. They wanted to get equal status as of men in the society, और जिसके लिए उन्होंने भरसक प्रयास किए, और ये सब की जिम्मेदारी थर्ड स्टेट की महिलाओं ने अपने कंधे पर ले ली. वह सभी काम पूरी निष्ठा के साथ करती थी. They worked as seamstresses or laundresses. They sold flowers, fruits and vegetables at the market, और अमीर लोगों के घरों में भी काम करती थी. These working women had to care for their families too, like cooking, fetching water, standing for long hours to get bread. Do you remember, children, how these women got frustrated and attacked bakery shops, which we have discussed in one of the previous sessions? These women were also paid less than men, which was not liked by them. ज़्यादातर महिलाओं को पढ़ने लिखने की सुविधा प्राप्त नहीं थी. Only girls from noble families or the wealthier members of the third estate were given the opportunity to go to study in convents. अपने अधिकारों के लिए महिलाओं ने अपने पॉलिटिकल क्लब्स बनाए, न्यूज़पेपर शुरू किए. शुरुआत में 60 महिलाओं को यानी कि 60 महिलाओं के क्लब बनाए गए. द सोसाइटी ऑफ रेवोल्यूशनरी and Republican women was the most famous of them. They demanded the same political rights as men. They demanded the right to vote, to be elected to the assembly, and to hold political office so that they would be able to represent their interests in the new government as men did. Women were very disappointed when the Constitution of 1791 reduced them to passive citizens. They were not given right to vote. Now what happened? To satisfy the demands of women, the revolutionary government did introduce laws with an intention to improve the lives of women. They introduced state schools. That was the schools which were run by the state, and made schooling compulsory for all the girls. Now the girls could not be forced to get married against their will by their fathers. Marriage was made into a contract entered into freely and registered under civil law, which also made divorce legal and which could be applied for both by men and women. Women could now get trained for jobs. They could become artists or run small businesses. अब यहाँ निराशा की बात यह थी कि रेन ऑफ टेरर के दौरान महिलाओं के पॉलिटिकल क्लब्स और पॉलिटिकल राइट्स बैन कर दिए गए. बहुत नामी महिलाएं जो कि बहुत मशहूर थीं उनको जेल कर दिया गया, जेल में बंद कर दिया गया ताकि और लोगों को वे प्रभावित ना कर सकें अपने विचारों से, और उनमें से बहुतों को एग्जीक्यूट कर दिया गया दहशत फैलाने के लिए कि अगर तुम अभी भी अपने अधिकारों के लिए लड़ोगे तो ऐसी ही सजा मिलेगी. बट इन ऑल एडवर्स कंडीशंस women's fight or struggle to get political rights continued for years throughout the world. It became international issue during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Throughout the world, participation of French women for their rights inspired people everywhere. And finally, in 1946, the women in France won the right to vote. बच्चों, आप लोगों के लिए यह अधिकार कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा अभी कि उस समय की सिचुएशन कैसी थी. आप इमेजिन करो जब ये औरतों को ये राइट्स नहीं मिले थे, कितना संघर्ष करना पड़ा था, और जिसके फलस्वरूप आज हम सब के पास समान अधिकार हैं. वी शुड रिस्पेक्ट आवर राइट्स, फ्रीडम, लिबर्टी एंड ऑल्सो यूज देम ऑनेस्टली. बच्चों, आपकी बुक में सोर्स ई पेज नंबर 19 में ऐसी ही फ्रेंच महिला जिसका नाम ओलिम्पिक डी गॉज था की केस स्टडी दी है. उसको पढ़िएगा ज़रूर कि कैसे महिलाओं की इक्वल राइट्स के लिए उन्होंने फाइट किया. उन्होंने डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ राइट्स ऑफ वुमेन एंड सिटीजन को लिखा और क्वीन को प्रेजेंट किया. She criticized the Jacobin government to forcibly banning women's club. This was not liked by the National Convention, which charged her with treason and executed her. Children, with this I end today's session. In the next session, we'll study about another problem that was of slavery, the slave trade. Thank you. Bye bye till then.